Is the microphone on?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome on behalf of Touro University and our College of Dental Medicine. What a great day. I'm Patricia Salkin, and I have the honor of serving as the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Provost for the Graduate and Professional Divisions of Touro University. It's a pleasure to be with all of you today as Touro University celebrates the groundbreaking for a new state-of-the-art dental clinic located here on the grounds of the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute. First, a very special warm welcome to our students, faculty, and staff who are watching this ceremony today via live feed from our Valhalla, New York campus. The D2 students are excited to be here in Albuquerque in 9 short months to begin their clinical education, and we can't wait. I would like to acknowledge the following people joining us today from Touro University, some of whom you will hear from shortly. Our President, Dr. Alan Kadish, Executive Vice President and University Ombudsman, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, Senior Vice President of Operations, Mr. Jeffrey Rosengarten, Senior Vice President for Research, Dr. Solomon Amar, President and CEO of Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, Dr. Robert Rubin, Dean of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Dr. Ronnie Myers, Vice Dean for Clinical Affairs of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Dr. David Katz, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Dr. Aaron Jankowski, Ms. Barbara Cram, Director of Marketing and Communications for the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Touro University Trustee, Mr. Brian Levinson, and I'd also like to thank our elected officials who have joined us today, Mayor Tim Keller, City Council Member Nicole Rogers, and special thanks to Tom Scrishema, President of the New Mexico Dental Association. We would not be here, though, today without the help and support of all of these people, plus dozens of more working behind the scenes. I can't name them all, but I'd like to thank Dale Mack, Senior Director for Facility Operations at Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, and the construction team, some of whom are here today, but most of them are inside because we're already busy at work. You are all doing an incredible job to ensure a smooth opening in the spring. Stu Koshner, Zach Sandrovic, thank you as well. Neil Garelick, Richard Willis, you're all important parts of the team. And last but not least, a big New Mexico shout out to our team at Esperanza Advertising, Dell, Cheyenne, and your colleagues, the team at James Corichen Public Relations, specifically James and Sophia, and J.B. Bullington for all of your good counsel and support. It's now my pleasure to call upon our Executive Vice President and Ombudsman, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, who will deliver the invocation. Prior to joining Touro, Rabbi Krupka served as the National Executive Director of the Orthodox Union. He is responsible for spearheading new initiatives that have raised the university's visibility nationally and internationally. Rabbi Krupka.
Wow, good morning. Can't believe we're actually standing here and we're celebrating something so exceptional. Before we begin the formal program, just a moment of reflection to allow us to give voice to our hopes, to our aspirations, and to our dreams for this campus into the future here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Today's groundbreaking could not have occurred at a more auspicious time. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, which arrives next Wednesday evening, not only marks a new calendar year, but it also honors the creation of mankind. It's a time of renewed commitment, a time to take stock and commit to further progress into the future. The establishment of a branch of Touro University's College of Dental Medicine here in Albuquerque is representative of this commitment, putting down roots here in this beautiful state and particularly in this wonderful city of Albuquerque speaks to our founders' dream and fascination of bringing exceptional educational opportunities to areas where they are needed and to people who will truly benefit from our expertise. Indeed, our new clinical dental campus also speaks to President Kadish's goal of ensuring Touro's position as a national educational institution for excellence in the important medical, dental, and healthcare space. Our goal in Albuquerque is to build a clinical dental facility that is worthy of serving the students and communities of this land of enchantment. We ask the Almighty to bless all those who have assembled here today in celebration of this official groundbreaking. We are so delighted to join with new friends and neighbors and to become part of this beautiful, supportive community. Touro University's College of Dental Medicine, this clinical facility here at our New Mexico campus, housed at Lovelace, allows us the great privilege of serving the community and humanity, and we look forward to making a difference. As we stand together, we ask the Almighty to guide and bless those who will join this important program, and to help us achieve excellence and impart knowledge. May God grant us the wisdom, the resolve, and the fortitude to educate, to inspire, and to lead. We pledge, as an institution and as individuals, as we begin this bright new future, to do our utmost to realize our full potential and to bring honor to your name, Almighty, to our students, to our country, and to this great state of New Mexico. Amen. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Rabbi Krupka. So how does one properly introduce the visionary leader who saw from New York the unbelievable synergies and opportunities in having Touro University join forces with the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, which also presented the ability to live our mission by expanding our educational and service outreach to the people of the state of New Mexico. Our president, Dr. Alan Kadish, joined Touro University in 2009, and in 2010, he became the second president in the university's roughly 53-year history. Since that time, President Kadish has strategically positioned Touro University as a leading institution of higher education with a focus on medical and healthcare, while also providing a broad offering of programs from the liberal arts to law, technology, and business. President Kadish is a prominent cardiologist and a prolific scholar with almost 300 publications to his credit. During his tenure, he has brought together smart and creative people who are committed to the mission of access to education and serving the underserved in fulfilling the Judaic values that our university was founded upon. President Kadish.
Thank you very much. It really is a beautiful day in many ways, including the sunny, cool weather that we're all enjoying. And coming from a place where the weather's a little bit more variable, I can't tell you we really appreciate it. We're here because Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute has contributed to the healthcare, science, and economy of Albuquerque, New Mexico for more than half a century. And I want to thank Dr. Rubin, who is really responsible for the affiliation of Touro University with Lovelace and for bringing us to Albuquerque. May seem like a bit of a strange association, but Touro University, while in some ways being a very typical institution with about 5,500 undergraduate students and about 13,000 to 14,000 graduate and professional students, has been one that's, even before the days of COVID and Zoom, has not been bound by geographic boundaries, but instead by where we can fulfill our mission. And the primary focus of our mission is based on community. And when I say community, I mean that to be broadly expansive. It includes the needs of our students to both learn to be productive and collaborative citizens of the United States or of other countries, and the needs of a community for what our students will learn and what they can achieve. So we're in a number of different cities: Los Angeles, San Francisco, Henderson, Nevada, Chicago, New York, Boca Raton, Florida, and a few other places. But it's all based on the mission of trying to serve the community. And in looking at the opportunities at Lovelace and in Albuquerque, we focused on a couple of things. One is our commitment to biomedical research and the synergy between what's going on research-wise at Lovelace and at our other research institutes around the country, including those in New York, San Francisco, and Great Falls, Montana. And that made a whole lot of sense. But we also felt, as we do everywhere, that education and research can be collaborative and can work together in synergy. And so in looking at what the needs of this community were and the needs of our students were, creating a dental campus here at the Lovelace Biomedical Institute in Albuquerque made perfect sense. There's not a dental school in the state of New Mexico, although there's some collaborative efforts. And the opportunities for involving our students in the community and in what Lovelace does, in our view, are limitless. So creating a branch of the Touro College of Dental Medicine in Albuquerque at Lovelace made perfect sense from the community. We had close to 3,000 applicants for our dental school in New York and could only accommodate 120 of them in the class in New York, and have now recruited another 100 who know that they'll spend their first 2 years learning basic sciences in Westchester and coming here to Albuquerque to learn clinical dentistry. And with our staff, Dean Ronnie Myers, David Katz, Aaron Yankowski, and the people at Touro who are making this possible, we believe that they will have an outstanding educational experience and contribute to providing needed dental care to the people of Albuquerque and the state of New Mexico. We thank the New Mexico Dental Society for joining us, and you'll hear from them a little bit later. And we found in Westchester an extraordinarily synergistic relationship with the local dental society, using some of their members to help educate our students, and making sure that what we do is accretive and not competitive. And we believe the same thing will happen here. So, at the Touro College of Dental Medicine at Lovelace in Albuquerque, we're going to bring in 200 students, 100 employees, tremendous economic development, synergistic research development, and healthcare that we really think is needed in the community. So this is actually going to be a phenomenal project. So I want to thank, I'm not going to go through the whole list of everyone that Patty Salkin, who's been an absolutely unbelievable provost for Touro, could be doing almost anything, but is dedicated to our mission and is here. But I will say, most of the people under this tent today helped this project along. It's a great day, but the day we open and the results for the community and for our students are going to be phenomenal, and we're really excited, and thank you all for your support.
Thank you, President Kadish. It's truly an honor to call to the podium someone who needs no introduction in Albuquerque, the President and CEO of Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, Dr. Robert Rubin. Dr. Rubin has over 40 years of experience in research and development, including 21 years in his current role. He came to Lovelace after serving as Vice Provost for Research at the University of Miami. Under Dr. Rubin's guidance, Lovelace transitioned from a Department of Energy-funded research facility to one of the country's most preeminent drug development laboratories. Dr. Rubin.
Thank you, Bob. I'll try to keep this brief. So I came here in 1996,
And when I showed up, the day I came here, Senator Domenici showed up as well and told me I had to sit right here and sign a piece of paper when we had a ceremony a little bit like this. And I signed a piece of paper that essentially gave a national laboratory to the Institute. This was the Inhalation Toxicology Laboratory about 12 miles south of here. And because of Senator Domenici's effort, that facility became the nucleus for a national facility that has protected the country against many threats over the years, expanded very dramatically after 9/11, and we became a focus for the country for developing therapeutics to protect the country against chemical, nuclear, and biological threats. And then during the pandemic, we were a center for research for vaccines and antivirals to deal with the pandemic and future pandemics. And that activity is expanded. In the meantime, the facility behind me grew and became our focus for basic research. And we hired a large number of basic scientists. Since I came here in '96, the Institute has brought about $3.5 billion of economic activity to New Mexico. And for a small institute, that's an important economic factor. The School of Dentistry that is evolving here will open in July, will be the only school under the same legal and physical umbrella as a biomedical research institute in the United States. So this marriage of a research institute and a clinical operation will allow us to advance dental and oral health and have basic scientists working with clinicians here in Albuquerque in a very unique environment. There's nothing else like it in the country, as far as I know. I'd like to introduce just for a minute, we are still blessed to have on our board of directors Jackie Lovelace Johnson. She is the daughter of the founder, Randy Lovelace, that created the Lovelace Health Systems back in 1947. Jackie, would you just raise your hand up? Jackie was chairman of the board. She hired me back in 1996, and we've been partners in advancing the Institute ever since. I'm particularly proud that the Institute continues to grow and continues to be a nationally recognized center for biomedical research in areas of, unfortunately, growing concern to the country. We do things here at the Institute that other places can't do, don't want to do, aren't able to do. And we will continue that and expand that into oral health as well as the dental school advances. I might also point out that the advantages to this growth right in this location is to the community that we are part of here on Gibson. This has been an area that has looked for advancement and growth and economic development ever since I came here when I first joined the Chamber of Commerce. And Terry Cole and her folks and I, when I first came here, tried to figure ways of advancing the economy of this part of the city. And we did by simply growing the Institute. But now this is a what I call a quantum leap in activity, and it'll help our region as well. So I'm proud to have the Institute merge with the clinical operation of our dental school, and look forward to the continued operation of a growing research and clinical and educational complex here on the Gibson campus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rubin. Touro University is fortunate to have outstanding academic leaders, exemplified by the Dean of our College of Dental Medicine, Dr. Ronnie Myers. A distinguished leader in academic dentistry, Dr. Myers has led the advancement of the school forging partnerships with community health centers, hospitals, and dental organizations to advance dental education for our Touro College of Dental Medicine students, and collaborating with elected officials and community partners to develop programs that improve oral health of the community. Dr. Myers was appointed the second dean of the College of Dental Medicine in July of 2017 after previously serving as senior associate dean for academic and administrative affairs. A trained pediatric dentist, Dr. Myers began his career in academic dentistry at the Columbia University College of Dental Medicine, teaching pediatric residents, while simultaneously working at the Bronx Developmental Center, treating children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. He later served as the director of the General Practice Residency Program at New York Presbyterian Hospital, where he also forged an affiliation with Memorial Sloan Kettering to develop a 2-year oncology program for dental residents. He served at Columbia also as the Assistant Dean for Clinical Affairs, Associate Dean, Vice Dean for Administrative Affairs, and Interim Dean. Among the long list of service to the profession, he is a reviewer for the Journal of the American Dental Association, the Journal of Dental Education, and the International Journal of Dental Research, and the American Journal of Infection Control. He's a past chair of the American Dental Association Education Section on Clinical Administration. Dr. Myers.
Thank you, Patty. And thanks for that kind introduction. I thought you could dig up some more dirt someplace else, but okay. Good morning. I first want to recognize all the hard work that went into making this day a success. For those at Lovelace, the construction crew, our partners at Esparza, and the amazing project team from Touro. I want to give a big shout out to our Touro College of Dental Medicine fantastic family, students, staff, and faculty that are watching us on the webcast. Lastly, the recognition of all those right here in New Mexico who have welcomed us, embraced us, and have worked with us, including the mayor, the New Mexico Dental Association, the local dental community, the economic development groups, the city councilor, and the governor's office. Today's an incredible day. It's an incredible day for Touro University. It's an incredible day for the Touro College of Dental Medicine. But most importantly, it is an incredible day for the citizens of Albuquerque and the people of the great state of New Mexico. Touro University, in its brief 53-year history, having grown to an institution of over 19,000 students, has served and supported diverse communities and made world-class educational opportunities accessible to all members of society across all races, nations, and creeds. Because of this, our students, in turn, have become accomplished, thoughtful citizens who share and perpetuate our belief in equal access to quality education and healthcare, the treatment of all human beings with integrity and respect, personal and professional ethics, and the building of responsive and responsible society. Something we will accomplish in the dental educational facility we are fortunate to be here today to be breaking ground on. And as we begin this journey by building a world-class facility here in Albuquerque, we will help to fulfill our mission to graduate outstanding dental professionals to deliver excellent healthcare services to diverse communities with integrity, compassion, and empathy. As was mentioned, New Mexico is one of only 14 states in the country without a dental school. They rank 37th in dentist to population ratio, and there are many citizens who are uninsured or underinsured and do not have access to dental care. The 2021 dental school applicant pool had only 11 of the over 6,300 applicants or first-year dental school enrollees who call New Mexico as their permanent address. Providing educational opportunities to underrepresented communities, especially those from the local population, is essential to training more dentists who can care for the underserved in New Mexico. You need a researcher, right? Providing educational opportunities to underrepresented communities, especially those from the local population, is essential to training more dentists who can care for the underserved in New Mexico. With the establishment of this Center of Oral Health Excellence here in Albuquerque, we will have the ability to educate professional pre-doctoral dental students to help address this need, because it is a known fact that where people train is more likely where they will end up. In creating this clinical facility, educating students in New Mexico, and treating those in need and without access, will begin to address the need by opening a pipeline of oral health care providers to hopefully set down their roots in the wonderful city here and the state. This amazing new partnership and facility right here in Albuquerque provides Touro the opportunity to expand on what we have been successfully doing in New York and provide educational opportunities to deserving students and to serve those in the community who lack access and the right to optimum oral health. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean Myers. It's a privilege to call to the podium one of our biggest local supporters, the Mayor of Albuquerque, Tim Keller. He is the 31st Mayor of Albuquerque. Now serving a second term. Prior to his election as mayor, he served New Mexico as its state auditor. Elected twice to the state Senate, Mayor Keller served as Senate Majority Whip and represented one of the most diverse districts in New Mexico, which encompasses the International District near where we stand today. Mayor Keller?
Well, good morning to everyone here, and especially also to our folks zooming in from New York. And I just want to share a few thoughts and reflections, I think, on what we're really talking about here today. And, you know, I think the first one is just to highlight, it's hard to believe how long we have wanted a dental school. And I know there's a couple of folks, our Chamber of Commerce that's here, and we were talking a little bit. I know the folks at Lovelace know this, but, you know, back when I was a legislator, we talked about a dental school. I mean, we've been talking about this for like 40 years, and at least. And even in the last 10, it's become, you know, just sort of this sort of pie in the sky dream. It's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. We all want to believe it's there, but like it's just never going to happen. And I have to tell you, even in the last 5 years, and just speaking in general, I think we did kind of give up on the idea. It kind of dropped off different legislative priorities or city initiatives, mostly because we had tried and tried and tried so hard. And I remember even seeing, you know, little snippets in the media and things here and there. Oh, you know, it's never going to happen, just like the dental school, right? It's become like synonymous with never going to happen. And here we are today. And I think sometimes in general, we need to remember our capacity to surprise ourselves here in Albuquerque, but also to never give up, because sometimes help actually does come from out of nowhere. And so I announced this, as many of you know, at our State of the City. And I will tell you, there was so much disbelief that like literally no one even asked about it. They were just like, what was that? What was that? You know, some sentence about a dental school. And, you know, a couple of people did, and they're like, oh, that's not really going to happen. And I just, even yesterday, you know, I gave a speech to about 1,000 people. I'm not exaggerating, something like that. And mentioned the dental school, and once again, everyone just, you know, like. So this is real. This is what everyone in Albuquerque needs to understand, right? Touro College is real. The dentists are real, the programs are real, the building is real, the construction is real. We are finally going to have a dental school in New Mexico. That is an awesome thing. And I know too that there's almost nowhere else I would want to put the dental school. And I do want to acknowledge Lovelace's long history, of course, in our city. It's great to see you here, by the way. And of course, we met back when I was in the legislature. The Respiratory Institute, I forget, its name is morphed a little bit. It is a hidden gem, a hidden treasure for our country, as the doctor articulated. And also, of course, we're so proud to have it here in New Mexico, and it keeps a low profile, and that's the best for everyone. But the work that it does is absolutely as important as a lot of the work that's on the other side of the fence or the other side of the fence that way. Now, for us too, of course, this is once upon a time essentially the broader Lovelace campus. And so as mayor of Albuquerque, we know we're also right next to our gateway. We're the heir apparents to the Lovelace world and universe of care and of trying to take care of our community. And so to have now the dental college right in between our two facilities absolutely makes all the sense in the world. It was truly meant to be in so many ways. And to the team at Touro, I just want to say, we work a lot with folks, and it's often very difficult. There's funding gaps, and there's negotiations, and there's contracts. And I just want to credit, I know there's been some work and collaboration, as there always is, but Touro has been absolutely incredible to work with. Their message is basically like, if you want us, we're going to come here. And we're not going to get hung up on all the little details and the permitting and this and that. And I just want to thank you for just being, just straightforward and authentic, that you are going to come here and help us out and bring these students here and bring these services to our community. And that has been the priority, and you're going to do it with urgency and with effectiveness. And that is also a breath of fresh air, I think, for all of us. So thank you so much to the whole team on behalf of the city. So I get the wonderful job of moving from disbelief to gratitude. And so let's wait about 9 months, because we get a little jaded here sometimes with big announcements. And so I'm really going to be excited when it opens, but this is real, this is happening, and this is a big deal for our state. It's something we've wanted, as I've mentioned, for a long time. And to reiterate just another statistic, we have 20% less dentists than on average the rest of the country. And we know, this is also an equity issue. This disproportionately impacts low-income communities, which of course here in the International District we're a part of. And so again, the reason why this is here is also so important because of that community, the training aspect where they're able to offer free services and oral health to the community right here in the International District is so, so important. And for us too, I want to make sure that we don't forget a little bit of that human element. Students, we want you to stay here. So come and enjoy for 2 years. And, I would tell you the counselor and I were kind of joking. I will bet at least one of you is going to find your life partner here. And that's why you're going to stay here. So New Mexico has a long history of kind of trapping people in because we're great. And people end up wanting to stay here. The land of entrapment, sometimes they call it. So I know some of you are going to stay here. And I know why. And I also know that hopefully many more of you are going to stay here for all sorts of reasons. And also for the community. It might take a year or so to get it set up, or maybe even 2. But know this, we have got to make sure that we provide equal and quality and equitable dental care to folks, especially in the Southeast Heights, where there's a whole dental care desert, if you even want to use that term. And so also for the individuals, the children especially, who need that care so they can get all the other associated benefits down the road with respect to nutrition and so forth. This is going to be a much, much needed service. And so we are very excited to welcome Touro to Albuquerque. And I'm going to hand it over and just say that sometimes, actually amazing things happen. And whether it's that notion of awe or it's the notion of good fortune, and this is one. No one saw this coming 2 years ago. I mean, I'm not kidding. Maybe Touro did. But I will tell you, no one saw this coming. And so I am so glad to be here with you today. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Keller. We also appreciate the support of our City Council, and in particular, Councilor Nicole Rogers, who represents District 6. She was elected to the City Council in 2023 and has broken barriers as the first African American woman to be elected to the Albuquerque City Council. In her first term, Councilor Rogers has focused on gathering the voices of her community to develop tangible solutions for her district, which now includes the Dental College.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to have Touro University in District 6 for so many reasons. I have a personal connection to Lovelace Biomedical Research. When I was at CNM, my job was to get clinical opportunities for students. And I approached the team here to get CNM students to be able to come and do clinicals here. And so I have a personal connection to this institution. And then I went on to UNM Hospital where I knew the void specifically for surgeons in the dental world. And maxillofacial surgeons are very few and far between here in New Mexico. And so what that means is you get in an accident and you have some injuries to your face and your jaw and your teeth. It's really going to be a long wait to get that care. And having the state-of-the-art clinical opportunities here for our community, and I have to touch on social determinants of health. We all in the medical world and even in healthcare, dental care is healthcare. You don't have adequate dental care, your health actually suffers, all the rest of your body. And I didn't realize that until as a single mom being on Medicaid, and we need to get I don't know if we have any state legislators that we need to talk to about changing this. If you're on Medicaid and you need tooth work done, like a root canal, they won't cover it. They pull your teeth. They pull them, even though the tooth could be saved. So as a single mom on Medicaid, I had that happen to me, where I'm like, well, why can't you just do a root canal? Medicaid doesn't cover that. We can cover to pull it so you're not in pain. So that's what's at stake here for this community. Access to health care, dental care, for Southeast, for this area is critical. And that's the thing I'm most excited about, is not just the education and the research that's happening to make sure we have the leaps in our technology and our processes and procedures, but also that we offer low health care, low dental care, low cost dental care to folks who need it, who aren't insured. And in my district, it's a lot of us. And so for me, I know what's at stake here, and having you here and offering that care and that educational opportunities is just incredible. And we need it. We need all of it. And so I just got here. I'm 9 months into my term, so I definitely can't take any credit for any of this at all. But I just have to say how excited I am personally to have this here. And I agree with Mayor. We're going to get some of you watching that are going to be here in a little while to stay here. You'll love it. You'll love New Mexico. You'll love Albuquerque. And we're just so excited to have you here. And we'll make sure that we show you around and make sure the students, and that's one thing I do want to, before in closing, in reading a little bit about Touro University, they really care about the mental health and wellness of their students. And that's something that really stuck out to me when I was just looking into who is Touro. And that to me is huge. It's not just about making sure that they're good clinicians, but that they're good and that their self-care is important and centered. And I think that was huge to see. I think I just saw on your Instagram they had an art night for the students for self-care, partnering with other institutions in the area. So that's what we need to think about for our mental health of all of us, especially our clinicians. And so I'm just so grateful to see that that's a really important part of your university, and we wholeheartedly am so excited to have you here. And anything we can do to help your students or you as you're coming, please let us know. We make sure you'll know all the cool spots to go to eat and all the things. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Councilor Rogers. Bringing dental education to New Mexico requires the support and collaboration with the outstanding dentists who make up the New Mexico Dental Association. Dr. Tom Scripsema is Executive Director of the New Mexico Dental Association. Coming from a dental family, he's been a general dentist in Albuquerque for 40 years. He's a past president of the New Mexico Dental Association and has many years of dental benefits and advocacy experience, having served as a member of the American Dental Association's Council on Dental Benefits and as chairperson of the New Mexico Dental Association's Council on Government Affairs.
Thank you. I want to thank you for including the New Mexico Dental Association in this celebration. We're really happy to be involved. I also want to acknowledge our actual president, Dr. Joe Girardi, who's in the audience with us today. On behalf of the dental community here in New Mexico, I'd like to welcome Touro to the land of enchantment. New Mexico can be kind of a challenging place to practice dentistry, and we appreciate that you've chosen to face those challenges with us. In time, we hope you will love this place the way we do and come to appreciate the variety of people that make it such an interesting place to live and work. We hope that there will be opportunities to collaborate on issues like increasing the diversity of our workforce and attracting more dentists to the rural parts of the state. We also welcome you as a resource for needed care in our community. The importance of oral health in maintaining overall health is often unappreciated, and developing additional resources is essential. We welcome you to our community and offer to you our continuing assistance as you get settled here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Krupka. Please join me as we move to the ceremonial groundbreaking. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we invite everyone to join us in the back of the tent for lunch. And if you're curious about what's happening inside the building behind us, you'll be able to get a sneak peek by entering the door on my left, where you can get a glimpse of some of the construction taking place. Will the following people please come forward to take a shovel and help us? Dr. Alan Kadish, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, Senior Vice President Jeffrey Rosengarten, Dean Ronnie Myers, Dr. David Katz, Dr. Aaron Yankoski, Dr. Solomon Amar, Dr. Robert Rubin, Mayor Tim Keller, Counselor Nicole Rogers, Dr. Tom Krupka, and Brian Levinson, a member of our Board of Trustees at Touro University.
Lunch is being served, and there are tours of the construction site that's open for the public. Thank you all for coming.